It's crazy what you'll never know. From the outside, we'll be straight. Either way. Dress it and cover the pain. Fly the most when playing. Maybe a storm inside of my head, but we drift the most in the rain. Proud of the way that we keep it together, we put it together the same. On the way through it, so don't get it twisted. Soon enough, I'll be sane. Give me a second, my lane. Let me get back to the version of me you would see and ain't notice the change. Let me get that one in person. It seemed to be love when we would exchange. To do it, you gotta be certain. I don't need a hug and quitting this lane. Was down at first, but going the game. Shit, let me get right. Mama ain't raised the bitch, the cuts just got a little blood on the Nikes. Did everything but switch and made it look good, just won't let them bite. Cause we know how ugly it gets and want to influence who listen to fight. The tunnel was long, but there go the light. Shit, let me get right. Let me get right. Let me get right. Yeah. Let me get right. Just let me get right. Let me get right. We gonna be good either way. Let me get right. Let me get right. Yeah.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Shifty's Hotspot. This is our first official podcast. I have with me Mr. James Pino, owner of Vinny and Marie's, and I'm longtime brother. I'm glad to have him on. And how's it going?
Pretty good, brother. I'm telling you, it's a long time coming. I do want to start off by saying I'm very proud of you and thankful that you're doing this, man, because people really do need more outlets to talk and discuss things about their life, and it's hard because a lot of people, you know, as we know, we have all these ideas to do it, and then it just, life happens. Yeah. And I'm glad that you said, you know what, fuck this, I'm going to go ahead and start this and get it going. And you're going to get a lot of people an opportunity to you know, give their side of the story and how they get through life, and I think that's great, man.
I appreciate that, brother. So what's new? What's going on with the business?
Fuck, man. It's been crazy, bro. We've been nonstop since we started. You know, when we started back in 2022, we never thought we'd actually get a brick and mortar so fast, man. Like, it was always an idea, but I mean, right now that's what we're working on. We're getting ready to open here pretty quick. I'm hoping by December. You know, just the licenses with the city is what takes quite a bit. But you know, we've just been staying busy, man, with events and catering and shit that I never thought in my life I would be doing. You know what I mean? Like, I do most of the eating at catering and stuff, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's good problems, man. But no, we're staying busy, man, and I got, like I said, a lot of family and friends work with me and for me, and we just been rocking it, man, just trying to stay focused on this next goal of opening many spots and, you know, new ventures. I mean, I got a couple ideas of some other stuff, but yeah, man, we just been moving forward, as they say.
That's exciting. So, you know, let's get into it. I mean, how's life been other than the business? I mean,
yeah, you know, it's crazy because, you know, when you ask somebody that you see, you know, perception wise, like, oh, they're doing good, they must have things together, and it's sometimes there's good times, you know, there's good times with everything. Yeah. But life, man, has been crazy, and when I say that, it's just, it has its up and downs like everything else. I mean, you know, bro, like, we're not gonna come here and fucking, you know, make it all, you know, clovers and fucking all these things, dude. We're just, life is life, man. It fucking hits, and it hits hard, you know, and you don't know what day it's coming. One day you're fucking just riding around like a dog out of the window with the hair fucking in the wind. Next thing you know, you're rolling around on the ground fucking asking God, what the hell happened, you know? Like, but it's been going, man. We just, you know, I'm staying busy. Obviously been eating really good. So, no, I've just been busy, man. How's everything for you?
You know, my life pretty much consists of my children, football. Staying busy. You know, I got kind of worn out on the corrections stuff, and you know, it was time for me to take my own endeavors elsewhere. You know, I got a couple things in the works, and you know, as far as, you know, what I'm doing, I'm hoping this takes off.
It's going to,
and you know, I'm rolling with that, but. You know, other than, you know, what I'm doing as far as like being a father and everything else, you know, I mean, obviously I'm going to have to give a shout out. This is you know, my grandmother's shop. This is Seppi's Holla. She's going to be open here soon. Yeah.
It's nice in there, bro. It's killer. And as soon as I walked in, I'm like, holy crap. Because, you know, as we grew up here, you passed by this place a lot of times, dude. You see what it was before, and to see it now, man, it's crazy. Killer fridge system, too. Those bear staying ice cold. Thanks, Grandma.
But, I mean, other than that, I mean, I'm one of them people that really, keeps to myself.
Yeah.
I mean, any free time I have, I'm, reading, listening to music. I really don't socialize. I don't go out much.
Yeah.
But other than that, I mean, I wouldn't say my life is boring, but it's
Bro, I used to say that shit too. Like, is my life boring? You think about it, but we're getting older, man. Like, we just don't want to. We don't want you. Two people like us that grew up where we grew up, and we've done shit way before our time.
Yeah.
Like shit that like these kids now have no clue.
No.
Like, what are you talking about? You were sleeping in the alley, passed out, drunk. Like, bro, when at your age, I was doing this, but we've already lived life a little fast. Especially when you have your hardships and things you go through in life, and you get to the point where you're content with chilling. I'd rather drink beer at home than go out to a nightclub or something, because it's just, you got those people in there that just showboat and they got problems out there. Everybody wants to be a tough guy, and then you just like, I'd rather sit at home, get drunk, and fucking wake up the next day like, oh, my clothes are still on, we're good. You know what I mean? Like, we're safe. You know what I mean?
100%.
But yeah, I get it, man. And I don't think it's boring. I think what it is we're getting old, bro.
Yeah.
We're getting old, and I say that we're 30 somethings, but
Yeah.
I feel it.
But I mean, other than that, I mean, the kids keep me busy, and that's a constant.
Oh man, it never ends.
Day,
From the moment you wake to the moment you pass out, it never ends, bro.
So that's pretty much what I'm doing. This is my main focus. And then how are your kids?
I want to say some words right now. They're doing good. They're little jerks sometimes. I say that openly, and I love them. That's the kind of dad I am. I let them know real quick when they're acting on the line, but they get out of pocket here and there. But they're great kids, man. My daughter just turned 14. We just got back from California and took her out there to celebrate a little bit. Do some more kid stuff, hit Disneyland before she gets to the adult point where it's not fun for her. She wants to be cool and do all this other crap, but she's doing good, man. My son, he's the wild one. He's man, that kid is, I don't know. So I'm telling you right now, bro, most parents think about at an early age to put money away for college. I'm putting bail money away, dude. You know what I mean? Like, just because I don't want to deal with the shit, just pay it and get them out. But no, but they're great kids, man. They just, they're, for lack of better, describing it, as I'm their dad, so they go through some crazy shit sometimes, We're constantly traveling between the business stuff and traveling and all the crazy shit that I got going on. These kids, they're learning very early, bro, what it's like to not be like their friends, you know what I mean? Like,
Exactly.
like they don't get that like little white picket fence shit. They're like, dad's hardcore sometimes, so.
You have to be.
Yeah, you have to. In this day and age, bro, oh my God, bro, like, if I told them too, and now they understand, but I'm like, you have to be this way. This is why we do certain things, because if and which is not bad. Some kids have a better upbringing and doing things, but I try to instill like positive and like harsh things at the same time in my kids, so that they're not growing up thinking fucking everything is perfect. Because you know what I mean? Like, I always have this, yeah. You want them to be prepared. You don't want them to be scared of their own shadow. You know what I mean? Like, life was rough for us growing up. You know what I mean? We've had our downfalls, and you want to keep your kids from that, but you also want to make them aware, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you want to make them have that grit to them, so that if somebody comes and fucks with them, they know how to handle them,
Yeah.
And other than that, man, the kids are doing good. They're learning, man. They're just crazy sometimes, bro. Like, even
Life's got to be a little faster in Denver as well.
Oh, it is, dude. It is, and I think about that too. It's crazy. My son was born there. My daughter was here, but she's getting the faster life of that too. Like, she sees things and she's like, man, it's like, just for instance, in Pueblo, we're from Pueblo, man, and you see crazy shit all the time, but it's normal. You don't even think of it. You're just like, it's just fucking so-and-so down the street. But we've been traveling and we live in Denver. You see crazy shit, and she's just like caught back sometimes. Like, she goes, this is crazier than Pueblo. You know what I mean? Like, nah, it's like we just notice it here, because it's in the middle of a business district or something, And technically it's a business district here, but we're just used to the city. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's a faster lifestyle, man, and I'll be honest with you, I kind of miss the quietness at home sometimes.
Yeah.
But I had to make that decision to leave, bro. I had to leave, and it was for the best of these little fucking brats, but it was good, you know what I mean? For their future, but, it's good. It's a different lifestyle, man. They're doing good, and, I can't say enough when I start talking about them. I just keep going on, because deep down, like, those kids saved my life, bro.
Yeah,
like,
100%.
and I'm sure you know that feeling, you know what I mean? They saved my life, bro, and that's how I just get into it all the time. I'm just like, fuck, man. I talk so much shit, but deep down, like, anybody messes with them, it's over, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's how much, if they're watching this is how much you mean to me. Just know that. I'm only going to say it once.
Yeah.
You know?
One time.
One time.
Yeah. I mean, it's just being a father. I mean, we try to set our kids up for success. I assume that's every father's goal. I mean, sometimes it doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
You know, for me, Trey is my best friend. Like, as crazy as it is, you know, he's 10 years old, but that's my best friend.
Yeah, no, I see it, bro.
Where I go, he comes. You know.
He's a spitting image, bro. I hate to say that for the listeners watching, but I mean, he's a spitting image of you, bro, and that's good. It's a good thing because he's learning. You know, when I say this, people always say, "Well, what about this and that?" Because they always have some negative shit to say about people. Yeah. But he's learning the right way because he's seeing you be there. You know, here's the craziest thing that I watched on your introduction that it hit me hard, bro. And I just want to say this. I don't ramble on, but. You know, growing up with that, like the father presence, like, you know, like your dad was there, but he wasn't there. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? You know, in a sense, like you're showing up for him, bro. And that's all that matters. You know what I mean? Like you see him, he's with you now, he's hanging out, he's get to see you do amazing things. Yeah. And that just sets it up for the future, bro, for he's like, my dad was that guy. Like he was trying to show me things and trying to accomplish goals versus not being there and being absent and wondering what that's like. Because that's when I got real touched by what you were talking about, is because that's how the two opposites of me. You had at least somebody that was around, even though he was serving and doing all these crazy things. He was somewhat there, but mine wasn't there, bro. Mine, you know, he kicked rocks and, you know, just solidified it when my mom passed, bro, real young. That, you know, when I asked him, what do we do now? Do we live with you? And he said, no, I got my own family. That solidified it, you know.
Yeah, that would.
And it's a hard thing. And what I'm getting at is you know, I may be a lot of things, bro. People have their assumptions, and we talk about kids and we're always trying to better the future. That's really why I stayed, bro, because I felt that void. And I always said to myself, like, just like how you are now, having the kids around, like, you know, they wanted to go play at their Goggy's house and go hang out or do whatever. But, you know, other than that, they're with me. You know what I mean? We travel everywhere together. Like, sometimes I wish I could travel alone, bro, because that plane ride would be cheaper. But you know what I mean? But that's what it is. It's about setting the future, because you went without something like that. And I did too, man. And I just don't want them to ever have that void. So my goal now, just like your goal, is you're showing them things so that they can understand that you were there and that you showed up. Yeah. You came back with that milk.
I mean, our generation in general, I mean, I was thinking about the other day, you know, a lot of the friends I had growing up, best friends, you know, I don't remember any of my friends, as shitty as it sounds.
Yeah.
I don't remember them ever being like, my dad this or my dad. It wasn't a thing.
Yeah, it wasn't.
There was no.
Yeah.
It was always, you know, my mom's going to pick us up, or let me ask my mom. There was never
my grandmother or something.
Dad present.
Yeah.
And as far as like our generation goes, like, I mean, I'm proud of us in the sense that majority of the men that I know were showing up. We're doing what we didn't have, and it takes a strong kind of person to break those generational curses, or
it does,
to, you know, be that person. And like I said, when I stressed it, you probably just like me, I didn't have anything to go off of on, you know, how to be a dad.
Yeah,
I really didn't know what the fuck I was doing.
Yeah, it's a scary thing.
It's been a learning experience, and I'm learning as I go. Every day I'm learning something new. I mean, as far as being a dad, you could be, you know, good grades, focus on sports.
Yeah.
You can build their character, but as far as like, you know, there's some shit that we don't see.
Yeah,
like, am I being, like, how do I say this? Like, am I a good dad because I'm doing this, or am I a bad dad because I'm doing this, or not necessarily a bad dad because there's no such thing as a bad person, you know what I mean? We're going to have flaws. I mean, my thing is my temper. Everybody knows that. Like, I have very short fused, like.
Bro, me and you would be two fucking black cats in a pack, I'll tell you that. You know what I'm saying? No, I get that. And like you said, there's really, here's the thing. How can you put in the box of a bad dad when you're there? Like, listen, and I'm going to say this, and I don't mean to be cussing too much, but you know what I mean? When the good people watching this, but they know me.
Yeah.
How the fuck can you expect somebody to be perfect when they're just showing up? And when I say that, here's the thing. My kids all the time, like you say, you tell them go to school and stuff like that. You know what I tell my daughter? I'm like, just don't do coke or drugs and don't be a stripper. That's what I say. And she's such a sweetheart, bro. She's just like, what does that mean? Yeah. And her mom loses her shit when she tells her what I say.
Yeah.
And she calls me and she texts me. She's like, what the fuck would you say that for? And I'm like, I'm just trying to tell them the best way I know, because she knows I love her and she trusts me. All I'm trying to say is do good. Like, as long as you're doing your best, Like, fucking, that's all that matters. Because as you know, growing up, we went to school. They were telling us to do all this shit, but we had other ideas.
Yeah.
I was fucking ditching class, selling weed, fucking, messing around with my girlfriends at the time. Like, I didn't give a fuck because I was going through shit in my head that they didn't understand.
Yeah.
But I knew somebody cared at least to tell me, like my grandmother, God rest her soul, she used to always fucking try to get me up in the morning for school. I would oversleep, and she would squirt me with a spray bottle, bro. She would pound on the fucking door, and she'd be like, "You got to get up." She goes, "If you ain't gonna do shit with your life, at least just show up." She used to just say that, "Just show up,
Just show up.
just show up." And she goes, "And let them."
battle.
Yeah, that's really what it is. And then I'd get to school, and I'd find myself, all right, I'm gonna go to lunch. I'm gonna do a little weightlifting. Yes, I used to weightlift. You know what I mean? But not like crazy, stupid, fucking big old guys. But that was fun to do that, just to go to the gym and hang out with the friends and shoot ball and things like that. But you have to be a certain way with your kids, and people always try to put shit in a box and make it fucking perfect, and you have to be this great example. Listen, I'd rather my kid say my dad was who he was than some fucking yuppie rolling around town fucking bagging shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, what I'm getting at is, like, it's great you raise your kids like that. I'm not telling you how to raise them, but, like, don't ever fucking think for once just because I'm telling my kids a certain way than you are that I'm considered a bad dad.
Yeah.
Because guess what? I guarantee that kid's gonna remember everything you've done for him. He's gonna remember when you get old and gray and he's gotta fucking live his life. He's gonna be like remembering things that you taught him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's all that matters, bro, because you're gonna fill that void. He's not gonna have that absence. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because no matter how the relationship works out with the parents, bro, if it doesn't matter if they're separate, that's always going to be a little thing they think about. But if you're both there showing up every day, their fucking kids strive, bro.
Yeah.
Because they have both people to show them something,
Yeah.
And that's how it was, and it's crazy because I see life like that, man. Like I know sometimes I go overboard and people know how I am, and if you're watching this, you know me, you know how the fuck my personality is. But all I care about, man, is these kids just grow up and live their life, bro. Because I didn't have a childhood like they do. Like, now I do that shit where I put that blame. You find yourself saying, like, if you really knew how I had it growing up, or if I would have never did this shit, you know what I mean? Like, like I tell him right now, my son, when he was born to the time he was 5 now, he's touched more fucking other places of traveling than anybody could even imagine. He's been to Disneyland fucking in 5 years 4 times. You know what I mean? Like he's done things. What I'm getting at is, like, I'm doing that for them to understand, like, you got to break that cycle somewhere, and I'm not here to have them live up to my thing. I want them to be better than me.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? But still show them that life ain't all fun. It ain't walking through the fucking scenic route, bro.
That's one of the craziest things that you brought up. Is I read that the other day where it says the only person or people in life that actually wants you to do better than them, is your parents. 100%.
Yeah.
Those are the only people. Like, I mean, you could strive and do things like me and you are close. I want success for you. You want success for me. But there is them backdoor haters. You know what I mean? They want you to do good, but not
better.
Good, not better than them.
And it's funny that you say that because I have a lot of those, bro. Now when I say this, and I'm not gonna say names because I don't like fucking dropping names unless you deserve to get your fucking name dropped, but. There's a lot of people that were, when I had an idea, bro, they're like, you can do it, bro. You can do this. You can do that. I'm going to support you. I'm going to do this. Not one person showed up, bro. And when the shit was going tough, not one person showed up. When I had the success, nobody gave a fuck. They said, we clapped for it. We saw, we read, we did this. Nobody cared, bro. Like, and when I say that, it's like the ones that showed up for me the most are like people like you that I knew deep down, like, that's my boy, that's my friend. And strangers, dog. Strangers, I have the biggest following of strangers that are just like my friends now, my family, bro, because they showed up one day to eat or they saw me doing something and they call me. They've seen
some in you. They've seen some in you like, you know how I did.
Yeah.
I mean, me and you started at, fucking AT&T. We chopped it up from
Fuck, dude. That's
very similar ideas. I mean, plans.
Just the demeanors were the same, dude. I had ideas of life,
I mean, we were both sitting there when they're like, you know what I mean? I'm meant for more than this bullshit. You know what I mean? Like,
bro,
taking payments and bills. I can't. You're the same as me, bro. I can't bullshit.
Yeah.
Well, you know what I mean? I'm like,
they're sitting there telling you their life story about why they can't pay a bill, but me and you both know that as you get older, like, just fucking, you either broke or you have no money. Just say that so I don't have to
say I'm broke.
Yeah, and I will fucking give you a credit. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to hear like that lady that said she was eating poison mayonnaise and they were coming to rob her and she couldn't pay her fucking phone. I'm like, what the fuck's that got to do with AT&T? Like if you need help, bitch, call 911. Like, don't call AT&T. Like, I can't do nothing for you. You know what I mean? But it's like that. It's when we sat there, we did realize that. And I remember because I have friends, dude, I grew up since we were kids, and I don't even fucking speak to them. Like, since babies. I got people that, you know, they swore they would ride for you and never showed up once. Yeah. But there's certain people like you, like my cousin Tom, like, as soon as you get together, people know that, like, no matter, we can speak now and not talk for fucking 20 years, but as soon as I see you, we're picking up like we never left. You know what I mean?
We're doing it right now.
Yeah, exactly. You know, exactly. And that's the shit that goes on, bro. People don't realize, like, when you get to a certain age, bro, that fucking, that, like, you know, brotherhood of, like, we're there and fucking sleeping on each other's couches, watching each other's back shit. Like, that's cool when you're growing up, but life has to happen, bro. And then you sort out the fucking snakes and you sort out the fake people. And when you realize that you can come back and do something like this, like, and you can connect it, it's like you never left, bro. Yeah. And don't get me wrong, like, those are your people, bro. Because you were sitting there clapping for me fucking for years, dude. And I remember that. I'll never forget that. Like, when I thought I was going to fail, bro, there's only certain people that would show up on my timelines or they would message me like, hey, bro, like, fucking congratulations. Like, you know what it takes? And here's the tricky thing about shit, bro. It only takes, and I know because I do this sometimes too with fucking people, it only takes that urge just to show up. You just got to show up at the text, send a quick text and say, hey, bro, I'm proud of you. Like, life's fucking hard. I'm proud of you. But people don't have that will, and that's when you know, because people don't give a fuck that much. You know what I mean? And that's why when you said, hey, man, I'm doing this, like, I'm going to be straightforward with you. Like, inside of me, kill a little bit. I'm like, fuck, I wish we would have started this years ago.
Years ago.
Yeah. But something inside me was like, man, I'm so, like, it made me content, so happy. Like, I'm like, fuck, man, I'm happy for you, because I worried about things down there, you know, over the years with my friends, because every time you turn around, somebody's getting shot, somebody's getting drug overdose, you know what I mean? Somebody's passing away from dumb shit. And, you know, we all have our fucking times, bro. But, you know, in this day and age, like, you think about people you care about, and I always used to wonder, I'm like, man, I hope he's doing all right. Like, because I would see some things, and I would hear some shit about the DOC, and, you know, because I got fucking other friends, you know me, I know fucking everybody and their mom, just like you do, you know what I mean? Like, I actually know the inmates that were giving you the fucking hard time, you know what I mean? Like, but you get to a point where you're happy for people, bro, and you need those people around. And I found out real quick, bro, when you start doing some shit, you're going to get people that you never thought fucking hate you, bro. Yeah. And that's good. It comes with it, and that means you're doing something. Yeah. And you'll get it. So
I was already getting, you know, kind of flack messages, you know, what's wrong with your face, you know, it just little things. And
bro, me, bro, you say that in front of me, the next one, I'll knock you out.
I was born with it, you know what I mean? So it doesn't bother me. I'm like, okay, try something else, bro. Like, some other direction. And to me, like, I know what I'm trying to do. Yeah. And I know what I'm trying to pursue and represent. Yeah. And, you know, it was only fitting to, you know, to have you on. Yeah. It was, I mean, we've been grinding this out for years now. Fuck, and, bro. You know, through everything I've been through, you've been through, it ain't been an easy road.
Nah, bro.
In any way, shape, or form. I mean, you know, you were the best, one of the best men at my wedding. Yeah. You know? And we went there, and then, you know, see where I'm at now. You know what I mean?
It's hard, bro.
Like I said, when all that happened, bro, it was probably I don't even know how to describe it. I wouldn't say it was the worst thing that happened in my life, because I've had some episodes, you know, just like you. But
it hurt because it meant something.
That was a tough one. Yeah. No, it was literally like me trying to, after all that happened, picking up the pieces. You know what I mean? All right, now who am I? Who do I become from here? Because at that point in time, I can't necessarily say like I had an idea of, you know, my job or whatever. I was a husband and a father.
Let's be real. We had a conversation about this. We had a conversation about this one night drinking beer, and we were talking about like being happy with what we had because of the roads we had before, you know? Yeah. And I remember you clearly stating to me that you were happy because you were going to be a father. That's when, I don't even want to say it, when he was going to be born, because, man, we're old. But you know what I mean? I want to say we're not fucking old, but you know what I'm saying? It's crazy to see life grow, you know? Yeah. And, but I remember you said you were happy because you were married, you were with somebody you loved. And, bro, and I was just getting with somebody that I truly started to care about. Yeah. And, you know, and I wanted that too, but I had a lot of fucked up things going on in my head and my life that was preventing me to be happy all the time, bro.
Same. Like, I'm going to be honest, like, I don't think my marriage lasted as long as I've seen it, but I had unresolved issues. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. And you don't notice them
until it's too late sometimes.
It's too late.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if that's most men or how we learn.
No, it's everybody.
Oh, shit, it's over.
It's everybody, bro. And only certain people get to recognize it first. And if you fucking say, oh, you should know right away, and all these people say you should try to fix it, fuck you. You don't know. Listen, there's two things in life I don't trust. And one of them is gonna be fucking people that never been through something.
Yeah. Oh no.
You know, if you ain't never been through nothing, don't talk to me. Like, I don't, you know, it's not against you personally, but you got to learn how to fucking navigate through life and battle shit. And I know it's a bad thing to say. Maybe I sound stupid to people, but I don't give a shit. But I knew at that time, because we both talked about this, about things you were going through, things that were contemplated in your head, and things were going on. And I was going through the same shit. But I was at the time, and I'll be true with you, bro. Like, I was at the time where I was trying to be that guy, like, I don't believe in that shit, and deep down it was killing me.
Yeah.
Like, oh, depression, like, and all this shit. Like, I'm gonna be tough. I'm gonna stick it out. I'm gonna be something fucking. Oh, I'm not weak. And the whole time it killed me, bro. Like, and so when I saw you saying you're being happy and stuff, I was genuinely happy for you, bro. I was like, man, this guy's got to figure it out. He's got a wife. He's got a kid. He's got a fucking place. You know, we're gonna get this podcast going, like, and all these hopes and goals, bro. And then I found somebody at the time too that I was dating, and I fucking fell in love with her, bro. Like, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
And she's the mother of my son now, but long story short, we'll get into that. But when I found her, I was trying to pursue kind of what you did. I was like, I want to marry this person, bro. I want to have a life. I was just tired of running around, bro. Like, at the time, I thought it was. I'm not gonna say I was innocent, you know what I mean? Like, about shit. I did a lot of fucked up things, but
so did I.
because when shit goes haywire, you use as an scapegoat to use it as an excuse to do other stupid shit. You know what I mean? But you know, and I'm happy that, you know, we had to go through those things because it only makes us better, bro. And I hate to say that because when there's pain,
But you got to be a different type of person too to own that shit.
yeah,
you own your shit.
Yeah.
I own my shit.
Yeah,
like,
you have to. And because, you know, how stupid you look if you're gonna fucking do something and you get caught red-handed, or you fucking, for instance, you break something and everybody saw it, even the camera, and you're like, I didn't do it.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta be a stupid
look
motherfucker.
stupid, yeah.
Just own up to the shit. Your life will be better. You know what I mean?
I fucking did it.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And yeah, that's what it is, man. And I'm very proud of you that, like, when you said that, because no matter, I knew if when everything was going on and you guys separated, at the end of the day, I knew you weren't gonna, like, leave the kid. Like, I knew you were gonna be even a better father. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean,
and that was
to me, that was the most heartbreaking thing. I don't necessarily want to say that it was like the divorce that made me sad.
yeah. It's
I
just
knew I wasn't gonna have access to my kids like I did.
yeah, yeah.
You know,
It's hard. Yeah,
that was the toughest thing for me. Like, you know, when I worked at DOC, like I said, I would have to see their apartment going to and from.
yeah,
I think it was the coming home part that was the hardest
Yeah.
because you drive by that apartment and you know that your life is in that
that
apartment,
house, yeah.
but I have to drive past it.
yeah.
And naturally, that put me in like a depressive mode where I'm like,
No,
okay, so what do
natural,
I
yeah.
do? I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna slam some beers. Like, I'm gonna, you know what I mean? I didn't know how to function. How do you function?
Yeah.
Like, and it was difficult. Like, you know, the days that I had my kids, I'm alive.
Yeah,
When I didn't have them, I'm just a working, depressed fucking dude. Like, I would sign up for 16-hour shifts. 16 hours.
Yeah.
When drive time, you're talking about 18-hour days.
and then go home
And
and
I would do
drink.
them all the time just so I didn't have to go home because I knew what I was going to do
Yeah.
when I got home.
Yeah.
I'm going to fucking drink, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
You know, and that's the fucking truth about it. And I'm gonna say some shit, and I don't know if you knew this because I don't know if I was ever open. Well, a lot of people are gonna know now, but I started going to therapy, bro. And when I said that, because you know how you had that one freak out moment when he snapped on the trailer.
Yep.
I had that moment with my kids, and it was heartbreaking, bro. Because what really set this apart is I was dating that girl. We ended up. I wanted to marry her, do all this shit. Her family was just real fucked up to me a lot. They thought they fucking knew who I was. Her mom thought she heard things about me, like I was this kind of guy or whatever. Just they thought I was some fucking knucklehead, which I was,
Yeah.
you know. And they wanted better for her and shit, bro. And but I took care of that chick, dude, and the kid. Like she first, we'll get into it, but when she first, we were just going together. Like I took care of that chick, bro.
Yeah.
And
no, I remember.
you know, and she didn't have shit. You know, she would tell me these stories about her family and shit, bro. And we finally, fast forward story, we know I fell in love with her, and then something to the point where like I was like feeling like you, like I wanted to fucking start that family. You know what I mean? And we got to a point where we you know, something critical happened. I ended up getting stabbed, and you know, we'll go over that later.
That was a difficult.
Yeah, it was a difficult choice, bro, because my daughter at the time, she was, you know, I was still in her life. I wasn't, you know, gonna say 100% because me and her mom were going through some shit too because I was dating somebody else. But you know, when she asked me if I was gonna die, bro, in the hospital bed, that fucking changed my whole perspective of everything.
I mean, that was a scare for all of us.
Yeah.
I was, you know, and you remember how that night happened.
Yeah.
And you were
Yeah,
drinking beer.
Yeah.
And I said, James, go
Yeah.
home. I'm going to go home. We'll do this tomorrow.
yeah,
And then the next day, I hear about that, and I'm like,
yeah. And it was just some fucking coward, bro, that he knew and I knew that he was You know, those people that they hate, they do the back hating and shit, always hated, talk shit behind my back.
Yeah.
And, you know, he thought he knew something. And, you know, I started drinking. I just got tired of it, bro. I just got tired of fucking chasing the mouse, bro. And I'm like, let's fucking get it. And then he cowardly knew that he, you know, was going to probably get the worst end of it. So he pulled a knife. And I was, you know, and that's what it is. And at the end of the day, fuck him. I don't give a fuck. I'm doing my life now. You know, that shit projected me to say fuck it, you know. And I don't wish death upon anybody or anything. I hope he has his fucking life for what he's doing. Yeah. You know, that fucking rat fuck. But other than that, I'm just, you know, what it did is it woke me up. And I'll generally look in the camera and I'll say, thank you, bro. You fucking woke me up because I'm not going to stop till my kids fucking have that better life, you know.
I mean, we all go through something, like, you know, something at some point in time is going to wake you up.
Yeah, it is.
Like when me used to talk about all this stuff and everything, you know, there's going to be that trigger, that one thing that you're like, I ain't got nothing to lose.
Yeah.
You know, like I was at that point where, you know, marriage is over. Okay, I lost my job.
Yeah.
You know, I was at the lowest I'd ever been. And finally, you know, I had to tell myself, you can't get any lower than this, bro. The only way I can go is up.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people don't know this, and if you work for the state and whatever, you can tell them. I applied for DOC and scheduled my GED in the same night.
Yeah.
Okay? A lot of people were like, you know, you got to go back and refresh school. You can't just walk in there and get your GED.
Yeah.
Who the fuck does that?
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and I'm like, no, you don't know me like that.
Yeah.
I had my first 2 interviews for DOC, took my GED test, went in, passed it. Okay? Then the next time they're like, okay, bring your GED in. The girl looked at the date and she was like,
yeah,
you just get this? And
yeah.
I'm like, absolutely, I did.
Like, yeah.
I've never fucking needed it up until
till now.
Till now.
And then for what? You get it, and then you don't need the fucking kind of work you're doing.
And I've never been asked for it again.
No, yeah. Well, that's how life is, bro. You know, and that's what it is. And that's getting back to like we were talking about, like when I got stabbed and, you know, I was dating this girl, bro. Like she was like, at the time we were on this mission to try to get better in life. Yeah. You know, we were living in a pretty rough spot. We, you know, I was broke as fuck, dude. I was doing side shit. I was trying to hustle and trying to, you know, all the shit that goes along in Pueblo, you know, trying to be fucking, you know, Gotti and fucking all these fucking people, you know, but it came out to a point where I told my family. I remember having a conversation with my godfather and my godmother, and I told her, I got to make a change. I got to get the fuck out of here. Yeah. And they're like, why? You know, a lot of people wanted me to say who did this and who did that and like prosecute. I just said, no. I go, fuck that. I go, what I want to do is I want to get the fuck out of here. I want to change my life. I go, because like you said, when we were sitting at AT&T, we talked about this. Yeah. Like, we deserve more than this, bro. Like, life.
We knew it.
Yeah, we fucking, it takes, listen, everybody thinks that they deserve something in life. And some people get it handed to them. I get it. But there's certain people like us and other people that I share the same thing, bro, is that they are starting from nothing, bro. Yeah. They start with fucking all the world against them, all the baddest things, and they have that fire burning in them. And the only time that they're going to go and act on it is when something wakes them up. You know what I mean? And don't get me wrong, it's been a depressing fucking road, man. It's been a hard life, bro. And it still is today. I'm battling, you know, I'm open about it. I'm battling the fucking alcohol addiction, you know. I never got into anything else, bro, but, you know, being through what I've been through since I was a kid, bro, like alcohol's the only thing that's ever helped me fucking ease out my stress, you know. And unfortunately, you know, when I was dating that chick and we ended up making the move to Denver, we moved up to Denver. I got a job in the oil and gas energy department. My brother, by the way, shout out to him, kind of started it out. He was working there first. Got me on, bro, and, you know, our life started getting a little bit better here and there. And, you know, but there's something always fucking burning at me, dude. Like, I'm better than this, like, you know. And, you know, me and her went through our ups and downs, bro. The family was having bullshit. Every time there's family bullshit on top of it, you know, my family was sweet to her, bro. They took care of her. They took anything she needed, she had. But her family was like, fuck that fool, and I can never do anything. Every time, you know, her brothers fucking, because they served, you know, I'm not saying anything about military, you know, I respect them, but they always had that chip on the shoulder that they were better than me or something, you know. And then like, what the fuck, you know what I mean? Like, I respect all this shit. Like, I support you, you know what I mean? Like, but the truth was we ended up not seeing eye to eye over the years, and we were going to split up, bro. And this is before I had my kid, and this is, you know, minus all the fucking detailed shit that happened to me in my past before. You know, my mom died at 16, my dad was never around, you know what I mean? All that bullshit. I had this trauma, this void in my life, bro. Like, I just needed a home. Like, I never had that fucking feeling of home, bro. And I was trying to find it with her, with any other girl that fucking loved me, you know. And that's what I was getting at when you split up, you're like, I don't want to go home. That's a void, bro. My therapist told me, you know, that's just you trying to not feel alone about things because you've been let down and left before, you know?
Yeah.
And that fucking shit never hit me until she told me that. And then I'm like, what the fuck? Who are you, lady? Like, get into my head and makes me feel some shit, you know?
Get out of here.
Get out of here. There's some nasty shit up there, you know? But, you know, what it was is we ended up going through it, bro. We were getting ready to split up, and then she started getting sick. I remember she, like, fell into the wall, like, one day, like, passing out. And we took her to the hospital, bro. Come to find out she has a blood clot in her head, bro, and her back of her brain. And they were, like, doing all kinds of tests, found out she was lupus, and they go, oh, by the way, you know you're pregnant. And I'm like, and we were like splitting up, dude. Like we were like, I was telling her, get the fuck out. Like we were just, you know, things happened, bro. I made some fucking major mistakes. You know, I would go out and drink, you know, the oil and gas. I'd go out with the guys and fucking drink at the strip club. You know, I would not thinking I was doing anything wrong because I really, in my head, didn't see anything wrong with it. But she didn't like it, you know, and I broke her trust. She ended up starting to talk to other people, you know, and kind of fucked me up. And as soon as you cross my fucking path, it's a war zone. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. But at the back of my head, I still cared about her. So, long story short, we go to the hospital. She finds out she has this thing. She's pregnant. Through the whole time, we rekindle this bullshit, try to make amends, and I try to be like that. Like, let's be a dad thing. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna be a dad. I'm gonna have my family. I'm gonna have that void gone.
Yeah.
The day he was born, bro, that void filled for him. Like I felt cold, but not with her because I knew there was missing parts, right?
Yeah.
She ends up having to have that blood clot, and she was on blood thinners. While the hospital sent her home with the wrong prescription, and probably I want to say 4 or 5 days after she got out of the hospital with the baby, I brought the baby home and everything like that. She had a stroke, and it tested us, dude. It tested us like, and she had 15% of her frontal lobe brain damage. Changed the person who she was, bro. Like when I tell you, like even though I wanted to split with her and we talked about splitting, I still loved her. Like I was like, I'm gonna take care of her. Yeah, game changed. And I was like, I'm gonna take care of her. But the hardest thing about that through the next 3 years taking care of her, bro, not even 3 years, it was like maybe 2 because my son was getting ready to turn 3. I looked at her and I never saw the person like she wasn't the same.
She wasn't the same.
You know, found out she was talking to other people. She wanted a new life and all this shit. And I took care of her to get her back to going, you know, get her back to cognitive stuff, bro. And then she just walked out on us, dude. I remember coming home the night of the Luke Combs concert with Zach Bryan. She was packing all her shit, and I came home and she left, bro. And she pretty much signed over the kid and everything. She's like, I want to, yeah.
You know what the crazy thing too is? You know, when I hear that, that hurts my soul. You know, for you. And your son.
Yeah.
But you hear that a lot, right?
Yeah.
With these females.
And they don't ever want to speak about it now.
you like, no. I have so many friends that are single dads. And you know, when I was growing up, that like I said, that wasn't a thing.
It wasn't a thing, and now it's fucking changed around, you know? It's crazy. And it killed me, bro. I'm going to be honest. I drank myself fucking damn near to death every night, bro. Because I always use alcohol as a coping thing, bro. But that one, like, listen, bro, losing my mom, fucking going through the trauma I went with her, bro, like fucking, and not having a father, bro, and then feeling not wanted, bro, and fucking just like nobody gave a fuck to stick around. And then when she left, bro, after I took care of her, bro, that it wasn't the fact that I knew deep down we just probably weren't right for each other, you know, because that love fades after a while. But when she left, bro, knowing damn well that kid, or my boy, was there, bro. It opened up another chapter in my life that brought back memories because it was like my life going over again.
Yeah.
Except for this time it was the mom, you know, and it killed me, bro. And I was already drinking fucking, 13 beers a night. And for like the next 2 years, bro, I was a functioning fucking alcoholic, bro.
No, I'm 100%.
You know, and you know what I'm talking about? You know what's up, But I wasn't that guy like was fucking falling around, fucking abusive, none of that fucking shit. I drank to go to sleep because this mind would never stop. I'd wake up, I'd take care of my dad duties, bro. Whatever that fucking kid needed, we traveled. I had my godmother and everybody, like, when they realized how much I was drinking, bro, they fucking freaked out. They're like, how do you do this? Like, we just talked about this today. Like, nobody fucking knew you were drinking that much, and then because you're functioning.
Yeah.
But and that's what it is, and that's
you're taking care of your duties, but nobody
knows you're hurting in your
dark side.
Yeah.
Like I said, I mean, there was a point, like I said, I had to notice myself that at one point, I wasn't drinking a 12 pack will dust a normal man.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
A normal man will get dusted on a 12
Yeah,
pack.
bro.
But when you're putting down 2 or 3 of them by yourself,
Yeah.
and able to walk in front of somebody and like have a full blown conversation, they
yeah.
think you're sober as fuck, and you've had fucking 20 plus beers.
Yeah.
There's a problem.
Literally, fucking
You know?
Simple Man's playing in the back of your head. You're fucking 2 seats to the wind,
Yeah.
No, and that's what it was, bro. And I get that. And what's crazy about it is the only thing I ever hated about any decision in my life was picking that up to cope with. And I started doing it when my mom passed, bro. But she died right before my birthday, and I never really fucking like dealt with that pain. You know what I mean? Like I just put it away.
Yeah.
Because I was just like, fuck it, I'm strong. I always had this image, like we talked about. When your dad's not around, you always try to be something that you don't know you want to be like that, but you're trying to find a father figure or whatever. And I remember I used to watch like the sports players and all these fucking things on TV about dads doing this and being tough and not crying and doing all this stupid shit.
I mean, it's what they push in your head, and
Yeah.
I think, the guy from Dallas Cowboys,
Yeah.
24 years old,
Dude, just
awesome athlete,
fucking just scored a
didn't know
touchdown.
what was going on. You
Yeah.
don't know what's going on. in
Yeah, you
people's
don't,
heads.
bro. And it's the fucking hardest thing. And that's why I'm so happy for you to start this about men's mental health. And I know we're just going on because that's what the fuck I do. But, that is the biggest thing that nobody really cares to talk about. I know there's people now on social media, they throw ads up, but I bet you we get skipped over just like anything else. But as soon as a fucking ad comes up about women's, which I'm not saying it's bad for women's, I respect all that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is it's like we get thrown to the side, like we can just handle it,
Yeah.
But bro, it's fucking hard, bro. Like, I'm telling you, like I'm saying right now, like when my mom died, bro, that shit fucked with me. When I had to see her like that, I remember my grandmother coming and screaming, she's gone.
Well, I hate that people give you time frames on
Yeah. Yeah, they try to say like a couple months you'll be right, or they always say this, it's gonna get better. Never fucking it never gets better. Listen, if a motherfucker ever tells me that again, it's gonna get better when somebody passes close to you, bro, I'll fucking punch it, bro, because it doesn't. Because you learn how to adapt to live with the void.
No,
you know. And the reason why it killed me with my mom, and like it didn't really hit me until like Rebecca left, is because when my mom, bro, we had a hard upbringing with her. She was addicted to a lot of shit. She was trying to cope with her sicknesses, and we saw a lot of shit we shouldn't have. We went through a lot of abuse. Yeah. She was a great fucking person when it wasn't that other person, and
that's difficult. I know, bro.
And then, when Rebecca left, that fucking killed me, dog.
Yeah.
That sent me so fucking, if it wasn't for my son and my daughter, bro, I would the first time, Nick, I'm going to save my life, and I say this, bro, I used to always say, anybody that commits suicide is fucking pussy.
Yeah.
That was the first time in my life, dude, I wanted to fucking just say no.
Been there.
And then, when he's a little boy, bro, staring at you, and you fucking see it, you're just like, no.
Yeah, you can't.
You can't,
There's no way.
You
can't do that.
You can't, So, and it's ironic because, why I started on therapy is because when that killed me, it wasn't the fact she left, bro. It was the fact that now this poor kid is going to have to go through life knowing what I know, how I felt about shit, and living with that fucking void, bro. Yeah. And that shit kills me. And I do it. Listen, I've done a lot of fucked up things in my life to try to survive. But the one thing I promised I would never let that kid know is that I didn't love him,
Yeah.
That no matter what the fuck the world brings at us, I'm taking it on. Even if I'm fat, fucking sick, I'll fucking, listen, I always tell people I ain't got too many more fights in me, but if it comes from my kids, I'll give it all I got,
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, that shit broke me, bro. And it broke me for all the right and wrong reasons.
Yeah.
As much as I hate to say this, like, I care about her well-being, like hoping that she does well with her life and she lives life, and now she has another family, another kid, literally a year after. Crazy. But I just realized that I'm tired of people not being there when I need them, because during that time, I realized I was going through a mental fucking breakdown, because right when I was taking care of her, reminding me of my mom, bro, as a kid, going to the hospital all the time, taking her to appointments because she was sick.
Yeah.
And she was battling shit, So that's when it broke me, bro, and I started seeing therapy, because then all the mom shit started popping up. All the shit like she did.
Yeah.
That I was going through such a mental thing that I was killing 224 or 212 packs a night, fucking drinking a half a bottle of fucking whatever. You know what I mean?
Like
and
nothing.
Like nothing. And I would wake up, go to the next day,
normal.
and I would be hurting inside, and I would be fucking at work sweating. My fucking boss would be like, "What the fuck did you do last night? Like, you need to calm down. You need to slow down." And then I would eat, bro. I would my ritual was I would wait till a certain time of night where the kids were getting to bed, bro, and then I would fucking just binge drink, and then eat, and then pass the fuck out, so nobody would know what's going on. So I kind of hit it, you know.
Yeah.
But I'll be honest with you, I started seeing therapy about it. I still drink now because it's the only thing that fucking helps me. But I'm trying my hardest, bro, to fucking find some solution, you know. And battling that is when it broke me, bro. That's when I also woke up a second time in my life. And I fucking woke up and said, I got to do something for these kids. I can't leave them with nothing. Because if she's going to walk out, I'm not saying she's a bad mom, but she has her own choices. Like, we still talk. I talked to her, you know, last night about some things. And she's not a bad person, bro. There was choices that we made for each other that just didn't work out for everybody.
Yeah.
And she knows what she's done, and she has to live with it. And I respect her for trying to make it right. But at the end of the day, like, I woke up at that time. I said, I'm getting ready to start this business. I'm going to go full force because I'm going to name it after my kids, because obviously that's what I'm leaving it for. And I want to leave a legacy or leave something for them that they don't have to grow up like I did, having to worry about how they're going to pay fucking rent, who's going to be there for them. Because, you know, honestly, it's fucking, that's what you got to do for kids. You know what I mean? And I don't mean to take 100%. Up all the time talking about the one thing, bro.
No. I mean,
you know, and that 100%. It killed me, bro. And that's what woke me up, and why I push so hard now with this business is because, granted, bro, like, I'll fucking see, you know, some benefits of travel and shit now, but, you know, people think I'm fucking doing so much. They don't have a fucking clue what it takes to run a business, dog. You know, just because I'll sit there and you see me driving whatever, and you see me doing whatever, like, you know how many fucking chicken parms I had to fucking sell? You know how many fucking people I had to greet and smile to? And I'm like, and don't get me wrong, I love my customers, by all means. My fucking customers are great. But you know how many times that I showed up at the place and I wanted to fucking off myself, and I had a smile? I always told myself, the biggest thing ever is don't ever let nobody fucking know what's going on if you're doing business, because it will fuck your business up, right? But, you know, the truth is I show up and I smile, and friends like you, like that I have that could talk to this openly, they'll know now. I mean, obviously the world's going to know now, but, you know, not everybody's okay. Like, just because they seem like they got their shit together, not everybody's okay. You know what I mean? Everybody's got shit going on. Be fucking thoughtful, bro. I mean, you know?
With me in general, and I know you understand, I'm so well at hiding it.
Yeah,
I hate to admit that.
You get wild doing
very good
Yeah.
at hiding what I'm going through. You will never know.
Yeah.
Like, I worked with people, you know, every day, you know, in those facilities in DOC, and going through the worst shit nobody ever knew.
Yeah, yeah.
Nobody had any idea because I'm just so good at hiding it. And, you know, that was difficult for me, and this is what spawned this whole thing is, like, when my dad passed away, like I said, dude didn't smoke, didn't drink, didn't anything. And then he passes away, and I find out that he's got demons just like me.
Yeah.
You know, he was just super good at hiding it. And then I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
I'm just
the same way.
Just the same fucking way.
Yeah.
You were going through this. I had no idea. I'm going through this. Nobody has any idea. That was a wake-up call. I got to change something.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do that to my son. I'm not saying my dad did it on purpose.
No.
You know, but how could I? There's no way that I could do that to my kids.
And here's the thing, that when you say that, like, we're drinking now. You know, you know what I mean? What I'm getting at is, like, it's not every choice you make is gonna have its fucking follow up with something. You know what I mean? Yeah. Every demon's gonna have its day to fucking answer to the higher power. You know what I mean? We're drinking this to ease our minds and do stuff. And yes, it's not the greatest fucking thing. There's people that go, I go to the gym and run fucking 17 miles a day. Well, congratulations, bro. I like to fucking get
girls,
yeah. I do 12 ounces all day. If they fucking measure that, oh, bro, we'd be fucking world, strongman.
Olympics.
Yeah, but you know, the truth is I get it. Everybody has their thing. And did I ever say, like, I'm a fucking saint because I am open about it? No, like, what I'm saying is, like, we choose to do this because we choose to. And yes, I know at the end of the day there's complications and there's fucking things that come from it.
Yeah.
But guess what? I'm not here worried about, and I know I should be worrying about health and stuff like that a lot, but I'm trying to make a change. I'm trying to get in, and I hope the dear Lord fucking gives me another 40 years.
People always, you know that can kill you. Yeah, but I know some vegetarians are going to fucking die probably before me.
Yeah.
You know?
And it's a crazy thing. And the thing about it is, too, is, like, we're doing this, but what I'm getting at is, like, we're still there. Like, you know what I mean? We're showing up. Like, we're breaking that cycle to a point. Little do we know that, your dad hit it and you're hiding it too. I hide my shit. Yeah. And I take it, if I knew my fucking dad, I'd probably say he hit it too. I knew he was an alcoholic, but he was a bad alcoholic. Like, he would beat the shit out of my mom, like, you know, rob people, fucking take money from his own family. Still to this day, like, you know, whatever, fuck him. But, you know, even when he saw me do it, this fool never once in his fucking life sent me a birthday present when I got sick. Even when I got stabbed, he didn't give a fuck. But as soon as he saw me get a couple magazine articles, a couple headlines, he asked for money. Yeah. Oh, I'm so worried about you and your brother, especially my brother. And I don't want to get too much on this first episode about my brother, but my brother went through some fucking hard shit too, because he was my little brother, bro, and he went through the same things I went through, and his vices were to do drugs. You know what I mean? And I don't mean to, like, you know, he's done his bad things, and I'm not speaking, you know, trying to fucking say that he's a good person. This, that he's a great person. Yeah. He's just done bad things, and I'm thankful now he's 4 years sober, and it's because I fucking fought Nate tooth and nail to get him fucking where he's at, because I love that kid, man. And but we all got something from our fucking putrid fucking genes. And I say like that, people say it's a disease, you get this. No, what it was is just we use something that other people use to mask things, and we just hide it well, because we're not complete fucking douchebags. We have a life. We have we want to be somebody, and that just shows you that a lot of people that are doing things have things that are fucking behind doors that are hard, bro. And like,
you don't know about it.
Yeah, you know, why okay, what the kind of fucking, this is how I grew up. What kind of fucking day and age am I gonna look like a fucking man posting everything about anything online about, oh my God, today my girlfriend left me, fucking this and this happened, because you would think I'm a fucking nutcase. You know what I mean? Like, who the fuck does that? Fucking, if you do that shit, get the fuck out of here.
See, like you know what I mean? When I went through my shit, you know, and we split up. Facebook was my enemy, bro. Because I'd be fucking 12 beers deep, and Facebook's like, what's on your mind?
Dude, I fucking
tell
you. Dude, I've done that a couple times, bro. I've even did it, some business shit, where I got fucked up a couple nights, and I've been in my fucking feelings, bro, going through some fucking shit. And I get on there, and somebody says something, and it triggers me. And I get in, and I write this whole fucking paragraph. And I've done it many times, and I'm thankful. Like,
sometimes
I wake up in the morning, I'm like, fuck. And I scroll through things, I see shit, and then certain people message me like, bro, they're like, you fucked it. Yeah, you good. You set somebody off last night. Yeah. And, you know, we know about one situation, you know, that I've done that, but it's only because I get fucking tired of just listening to people fucking whine publicly. And when I say this, we're on a fucking podcast, but you know what I'm saying? Like, when you get that son of a bitch on the fucking Facebook, like, oh, my toe hurts, I think I'm going to go to the ER for this and that. Like, who gives a, pray for you. Fuck out of here. Just get your ass to the ER, bro. Just, you know, just like recently, I fucking had a scare, bro, and I got real dizzy one day, and I fell into a customer, and I was talking to them. They come to see me all the time. They bring me goods, and they bring me bottles of liquor, and all that, like, which is weird. My customers, I'm not saying it's weird that they do it, but I've never had anybody give a fuck to, they like my shit so much that they bring me gifts. You know what I mean? Like, no, I'm supposed to be selling you some. You know, I'm like, don't be giving me shit, you know? But no, I fell into a customer, bro, and I ended up getting rushed to the hospital. And, you know, you want to trust what these fucking people say. Like, on and behold, I'm fucking good. Everything came out good. They just said it was some bullshit vertigo, which I don't believe. But, you know, I'm fucking almost 400 pounds. I drink like a fucking fish. You know, I eat fucking, you know, how good. So maybe it's that, you know. But what I'm getting at is, like, I'm not running to fucking Facebook to post that. You know what I mean? And only certain people know because they were there. Like, but I get it. People want to find an outlet. People are looking for people to just believe in them and say shit. But we can't do that. Like, if you want to post your whole shit about your fucking divorce and all this shit, like, nobody... Yeah, people would have been like gossiping on the fucking drama queens, but it would have made you fucking really say some shit probably you shouldn't have said, and it would have made you regret a lot of shit. You know what I mean?
100%.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, both parties are not perfect. We both do. Sometimes we like to blame right away and say, "Fuck you, it's your fault. You did this." But at the end of the day, bro, I've grown up, bro. I come to realize that I had a big part in a lot of that shit. A lot of my decisions made those choices. I could have been a better this or better that, and you know that, you know.
No, I was a large part as well, but. The thing is that I had to learn. Time tells all.
Yeah, if sure how funny how that fucker shows up.
Everything. Yeah, you know I mean, I don't have to defend myself anymore.
Yeah.
You know, I don't do that.
Yeah, and when you don't have
I
that,
don't need to explain. Time will fucking tell you everything that you need to know.
Yeah, and when you don't have to do that, you live better.
Yeah,
you don't live with that shit on your chest.
It's great.
Yeah, and then you start realizing, damn, maybe I should do that with all this other shit. Yeah. And you know, and that's the truth, bro. And you know, I'm at that point, bro, where I'm happy where I'm at in life. I'm not saying I'm entirely happy, but I'm happy to the point where it's better than anything I could imagine. You know what I mean? Like what I thought. Because honestly, if I didn't make it out of Pueblo, I would have been dead or been in jail, bro. And just like the rest of our friends, you know.
If it wasn't for my kids being in Pueblo, bro, I would have went right behind you.
Yeah.
So I've from the time I was a kid, and my family, my entire family knows this. I've never wanted to be here.
Yeah.
I've always wanted more. You know, I spent some time in New Mexico. You know, I lived in Aurora for a little bit during high school. That was cool. And I would love to say that, you know, I'd love to move to Denver. But I'm one of them people, bro. Like, if I ever come into a chunk of change, bro, I'm going to the mountains to fucking see me.
Bro, I swear to God, I know that. And you're just like Thomas, too. My cousin Thomas, bro, he's like that, too. And we always laugh because we always talk about you, about how, I go, I bet you fucking, if shit happens differently, bro, you guys would be some fucking mountain man out there.
No, 100%.
And then here comes my brother, I know how to cook trees, and he smokes his vape. I always do that because he smokes his vape. But, you know, the truth is, bro, is I think what I did, I was in a fight or flight mode, they call it. Like when I
you live in it.
Yeah, because I'm living it every day. But at that time, I had to make a choice for my future, and it was only because, like you just said, your kids saved you.
Yeah.
If my daughter never would have asked me that question, I have the picture on my Facebook now still, and I usually I won't delete stuff like that, but I leave it up there as a reminder when the anniversary comes up every time.
Yeah.
It's because if she would have never asked me that, I would have had hate in my heart for that other person.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some hate there, you know, for how it took place.
Oh, naturally.
But listen, I wish she lives a fucking life, whatever. But the problem is if she would have never fucking asked me that question, bro, I wouldn't be here. Yeah. And I don't know, maybe I'll live to 100, who knows, but all I know is that girl, bro, when she asked me that and the way her little fucking innocent voice asked me that, bro, it fucking woke me quick, bro. Like, I remember.
It'll wake you up.
Yeah, I remember when I got out, bro. I went straight to Red Lobster after the doctor told me not to eat Red Lobster, but for some reason when I came out of the drug-induced coma, I saw the fucking Red Lobster commercial. I went, ate, threw it all up, and told my girl at the time, I go, we got to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
And she's like, right now? I'm like, go home? I go, no, we got to get the fuck out of the city. Yeah. Like, I go, we got life to live. And it got better. A lot of things, obviously, you see now, we're in a lot better position with business. And like I said, this thing is going to fucking blow. I know this thing is, dude. You just got to stick with it. And like I said, you're going to get people on here, bro, and you're doing it right, too, because who the fuck starts a podcast and their next guest is they call him AP? Like, who the fuck does that? You know what I mean? Like, and that's crazy, too, because, dude, I've been following those guys for years. Their music, fucking everything they've done, Trev Rich and all them, bro, and he's a real one to have on. They call him AP, bro. Like, he's got knowledge, bro. He's got, I mean, the shit
it's the stuff he raps about, too. Like, if
and
you
it
really
touches home.
Yes.
It makes you feel.
He's been through some shit.
Yeah, oh yeah, fuck yeah, dude.
He's not talking about booty shaking and
no, fuck no, bro. And I was listening. He literally, when you listen to him, he makes you fucking like, it makes it better for the day. What I'm saying is like, hey, AP, for listeners, bro, you got that fucking soul music from modern time, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're grinding, yeah. Like it relates to you so much that when you're in the car, that's like the most distressful like shit that can happen. When you put them on, like, you're distressed, like you're just relaxed because it's hitting you to where it's therapeutic. Yeah, and you're just like, what the fuck, bro? And then you're over the rapping lines, and
because you're like me. I've never been a beat person. You got a cool ass beat, that's cool. But if your lyrics have no substance, I ain't gonna fuck with you.
Yeah, like, don't get me wrong, I like fucking around with got two bad bitches in the club, you know what I mean? But fuck, you know, but no, but if your lyrics can really touch you, bro, like that's what it's about, bro.
Yeah. Oh,
and if you can combine those with the killer beat, I mean, come on, this guy, him and Trev should have been fucking famous a long time ago, you know. And I'm glad they're getting their fucking their flowers now, but you know, that being said, it's a crazy thing, and like I said, with this, it's gonna blow, bro. Like, just don't give up, brother. I'm telling you, you know, and it's gonna go.
I would love to say, you know, it's not in me to give up, bro.
No, fuck no,
it's not. I mean, one of my big things, you know, is I just keep pushing, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to figure, I was an accounting 3 at the mill at one point. Bullshit. I didn't know fucking shit about accounting.
Yeah.
I didn't know how the fuck I got that job.
Yeah.
But I was just good enough and able to keep pushing myself enough that, you know, when I had that job, I even had to question myself at one point, like,
the fuck?
How the fuck did I get here? Like, accounting?
Dude.
You're printing off checks for millions of dollars and you're going home eating spam, you know?
Yeah. Fuck is going on here, yeah.
What's going on?
And that just shows the kind of person you are, bro. And that's why I think people like us connect a lot more, is because my uncle always tells me, he goes, you can sell ice to an Eskimo.
Yeah.
And I thought he was talking shit at first. I'm like, well, fuck you, man. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
I don't know the Eskimos.
Yeah. I'm like, they don't even live here. Fucking, they're from Arizona. And I'm like, he's like, what, dumbass? I'm like, oh, no. But what it's getting at is like, you're in that survival mode. Yeah. And you're just trying to get ahead. And it's a natural hustler's instinct to fucking listen. I don't know how to fucking do the job, but they don't need to know that. You don't know that. You don't know that, but they don't know that. So like fucking, you need to tell them everything the right way to get that job because all you're caring about is the money to get advanced.
Yeah.
And it's just buying time to get to the next step. And I've done that my whole fucking life, and that's what you were doing.
I despise those certain people that be like, well, you jump from job to job. I just spent almost 6-7 years in DOC. But at the same time,
you jump from fucking bitch to bitch,
I go from more money to more. I'm learning.
Yeah,
I'm growing
and your portfolio is gonna have a lot of shit. Granted, people like, no, they're gonna say you quit jobs. Fuck you. No, well, guess what? Now I'm kind of a master electrician. I fucking do this. You know, I mean, for God's sake, you came in here and fucking redid it. Yeah,
wind turbines. I fucking was an accountant.
Again, I don't trust nobody. I've never been
everything I've done in this shop lately.
Yeah,
like my grandma was like, "You think you can do this?" Absolutely.
Yeah.
You ever done it before? Absolutely not.
Fucking,
no. But I'm gonna fucking figure it out. Like,
guess what? We got that fucking TikTok and YouTube, bro. Nowadays, you know what I mean? Like, you just Google it. Somebody will show you how to fucking do it. You know. But you know, and that's funny you say that because, it's like I say, I don't trust anybody. Ain't been through nothing. Just kind of, I think when I heard that line, I think Joey Diaz might have said it, and I fucking started. I was crying, laughing, like fuck yeah. But it's the truth. It's the truth because think about it. I get fucked up with you. You know how to carry me like a fireman if I get fucked up, you know what I mean? And then if my lights don't work, you go in there and fix the fucking lights, you know? Like, that's somebody that been through something that knows some shit. Instead of like, well, I've been at this job for 15 years. I made, how much you make? $11 still. Man, that's fucking, the fuck out of here. Like, and I'm not saying that working as a career is a bad thing. Trust me, I got people that always frown upon shit when I say like that.
It's crazy when you think about it. Yeah. You run into these people and they're like, I've been at this job 25 years, okay? How many days out of that 25 years were you actually happy?
Yeah. But they always complain like, I hate this fucking job.
I fucking hate it, but
do something about it.
Do something.
Who the fuck told you to go to McDonald's and flip for fucking burgers? Nobody said that. No. That's another thing too. I'm glad you brought that up because people used to always tell me that shit too. Like when they asked me, why don't you go get that job? I don't want that fucking job. No. You know what I mean? Like, no, bro. Like I went from fucking making $0.
You know the one that really irritates me? When people are like, that job pays good money, go there.
Great.
And you're like, you know absolutely I'm gonna fucking hate that job. Like, again, why are you even suggesting it?
Again, some of the topics are about mental health. Yeah. Why the fuck go somewhere where you don't want to be every day?
Every day.
And it's insanity. It's fucking insanity. I went from, again, like I said, making $0. Now I'm not going to say exact number, but let's just say fucking close to whatever. Let's just say you could buy a house, a Lamborghini, all that bullshit, but it doesn't mean I have that. It just means I went from making $0 to that because I didn't give up. Because I bounced a lot of jobs, dude. I was a bouncer. I fucking, stripped on the side. I don't fucking know. I served fucking weed. I had my grandmother's house one time full of fucking bud. Like nobody knew that. My neighbor knew it because he's fucking Levi. Shout out to Levi. But he would come over like, man, your fan. He called me one day. He goes, your fans.
Smell your house.
Yeah, he goes, their fucking fans went off. He goes, is that weed? Showed him there, and he goes, son of a bitch. Dude, I had like fucking 80 plants in that bitch. Back in the good old days. But, I was trying to be a fucking farmer at that time because I had it in my blood, Yeah. But you do those things. Like you said, you were a fireman, you do all this shit. You do those things because deep down there's something more out there for you. And you're going to try to fucking get around it every way till you find that fucking filler of that void. And, brother, I'm telling you, I think this is it. I mean, this is something I know we talked about many moons ago. And I remember we talked about it, it was 9 years ago? 10 years ago?
Almost 10, bro.
Jesus Christ.
It's been a while.
Dude, that's a lot of alcohol we drank too. Think how many beer cans we could have saved up. Yeah. Speaking of, I used to save beer cans and take them back in when we lived in the Grove.
And buy more beer?
Fuck yeah. When my grandma's when I did it, she was like, don't fucking throw those cans away. That's money. I'm like, it ain't fucking money.
Yeah.
Till those 2 barrels got filled up and we take them in and get $60. You're like, fuck, dude. You know what I mean?
$2 bills.
Yeah. Dude. And then you'd have a 12-pack, have a little bit of groceries, But no, bro. And but you got to do those things in life. I tell everybody, even tell the kids, don't fucking worry about failure if you're not prepared to take success on. And when I say that, it's because you're going to fail so many fucking times in your life that when you actually get to success, you're not going to know what the fuck to really do with it. Yeah. Because when that happened to me, I'm like,
foreign.
Yeah, you're like, it's working too good. Like when I seen the same customer come back 4 times.
And that trauma response. Yeah. Everything's going good. What the fuck's about to happen?
Yeah. I even asked him, I'm like, is everything good? He goes, yeah, I want another one. Yeah. Because you think you're used